Hi, I'm Teacher Giovanni and welcome to mine's online tutorial. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to solve this kind of equation correctly. So first, I'm gonna show you the common mistake, and the other one is the correct process on how to solve this kind of equation. So first, we have the common mistake. Okay? So we have here x to the power of 4 is equal to x squared. We have two terms here. We have term in the left side and we also have term in the right side, right? And now if we are going to compare the two terms, the term in the right side has the smaller exponent, and since it has a smaller exponent, we gotta divide both by x squared and x squared here, right? And then x to the power of 4 divided by x squared, we're gonna apply the quotient rule in the law of exponent, in which if we divide terms with the same base, we're gonna subtract the exponents. We have here x to the power of 4 divided by x squared. They have the same base, which is x and x, right? So we're gonna subtract the exponents. 4 minus 2, that is 2. So that would be x squared is equal to x squared divided by x squared, that would be x. 2 minus 2, that is 0. Okay, so this would become x squared is equal to x to the power of 0, that is equal to 1. Remember that any number raised to the power of 0, that is always equal to 1. And we are not yet done here, because our goal is to find the value of x, and this is x squared. And to get the value of x here, we are going to get the square root of both terms. So square root of x squared, that would be x, and square root of 1, remember 1 is a perfect square, so that is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1. Actually, this is correct, but it is not only the solution of this equation. There are more than one solutions for this equation. So we have here the correct process on how to solve this kind of equation. So I encourage you to watch this. So we have here x to the power of 4 is equal to x squared. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to transpose x squared to the left side of the equal sign. So that would be x to the power of 4 minus x squared. Okay? Why it becomes negative? Remember that when we transpose term from one side to the other, the sign of the term will change. Instead of positive, it will become negative. Instead of negative, it will become positive. Remember, x squared here is positive x squared. So if we transpose x squared to the left, it will become negative x squared or minus x squared is equal to, remember that we don't have a term here anymore, so that would be 0. Okay, so now we're gonna factor x to the power of 4 minus x squared. We are going to get the common factor of x to the power of 4 and x squared, and the common factor is x squared. Okay, if we divide x to the power of 4 divided by x squared, that would be x squared. Since it's minus, so we're gonna put minus sign there. And x squared divided by x squared, that would be 1, is equal to 0. Our first solution here is x squared is equal to 0. And the second is x squared minus 1 is equal to 0. We are not yet done here because we have to find the value of x. Remember here that the x has exponents of 2, right? So what we're gonna do here is we have to get the square root of x squared, and of course 0, right? The square root of x squared, that will be x, is equal to square root of 0, that is 0. Okay, and here we have x squared minus 1 is equal to 0. So we're gonna express this equation in this way: x minus y times x plus y is equal to 0. And make sure that the two terms here are perfect square. We're gonna check. X to the power of is a perfect square. Why? Because the exponent is 2. If the exponent of the variable is 2, 4, 6, 8, then that is a perfect square. And remember that 1 here is a perfect square, right? Because that's 1 times 1 is equal to 1. So both terms are perfect square. So we're gonna apply this form, x minus y times x plus y is equal to 0. So what is the square root of x? So that is x minus, what is the square root of 1? That is 1. So that x minus 1 times x, here is plus 1, is equal to 0. So the second solution here are x minus 1 is equal to 0 and x plus 1 is equal to 0. So we transpose this, so that will be x is equal to 1. This is the second. And x is equal to negative 1. This is the third solution. So we have here x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, and x is equal to negative 1. So these are the three solutions of the equation x to the power of 4 is equal to x squared. So let us check if this is correct. So we have here x to the power of 4 is equal to x to the power of 2. Let's have 0 first. So let's gonna replace x by 0. So that was 0 to the power of 4 is equal to x, so that becomes 0 to the power of 2. And 0 raised to the power of 4, that is equal to 0. And 0 raised to the power of 2, that is equal to 0. So that is correct. So the first solution is correct. Second, here we have x is equal to 1, so we will use the same. X to the power of 4 is equal to x to the power of 2. We're gonna use 1. It's gonna substitute x by 1. That will be 1 to the power of 4 is equal to x will become 1 to the power of 2. And remember that 1 to the power of 4 is always equal to 1, and that is equal to 1 to the power of 2 is always equal to 1. So 1 is equal to 1, so the second solution is correct. So now let's check if the third solution is correct. So x to the power of 4 is equal to x to the power of 2. So let's gonna substitute x by negative 1. So that would be negative 1 to the power of 4 is equal to negative 1 to the power of 2. So we have here negative 1 to the power of 4, that is equal to 1. Remember this, if a negative term or a negative number has an even exponent, the answer would become positive. So negative 1 to the power of 4, that would become positive 1 is equal to, remember we have exponent of 2 here, which is an even number, so that is also 1. So 1 is equal to 1. So the third solution is correct. Okay, so that's all for today, and I hope you learned something on how to solve this kind of equation correctly. So I'm Teacher Giovanni once again saying that math is minds. Math is not a difficult subject if you're willing to learn. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.